Welcome to another episode of Boards and Brews. In this episode, we will be talking about a card game that will make you feel pretty nostalgic. It is a Target exclusive, and it's called Oregon Trail. But before we get into that, we're going to talk about the pairing Zach has today.
All right. Of course, with a game like Oregon Trail, we're going to pick a beer from Oregon. And this is the Widmer Brothers Hefe Hefeweizen. Started in 1984. Brothers Kurt and Rob took their hobby, made it their passion, and I'm feeling pretty nostalgic seeing this game, but I hope it's not dysentery at least.
No, it probably is. It probably is. So let's check the contents of the game. Oregon Trail is a card game. As you can see from the cover, it says you have died of dysentery. Someone in your group will die of dysentery. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. There's no way to avoid it, unfortunately. Now, the components of the game are pretty straightforward. You have your instruction manual, and then this piece right here is where you write your player names. So sticking true to the game, it lets you write down any names that you'd like. And if and when someone dies on the trip to Oregon, there are tombstones that you can write your name and your saying on. So I like to stay true to the game and make my saying rhyme, but you could do whatever you like with that. We have a pen, a die that you'll have to roll throughout your travel. And then we have 3 sets of cards that we'll be playing with. These aren't the sets, but this is your starting point, which is Independence, Missouri. And the ending point is obviously Willamette Valley, Oregon. Now, the 3 types of cards that you'll be playing with, the first ones, which are blue, which are the supply cards. This is where you have your traditional cards like the oxen, you have spare parts, clean water, medicine. These are the items that you'll be using throughout the trail. Now, the next set are the red cards, which, very fitting, these are your calamity cards. This is where you have your card like dysentery, which someone is going to end up with. There's also cholera, there's extreme cold, dead oxen. I mean, anything that can happen during your trip that's bad, it's going to be pulled from this deck. So you obviously want to avoid these cards. Now, the last set of cards that you'll be using are your green cards, which are the trail cards. Now, in order to get to Oregon, what you basically have to do is get 10 sets of 5 trail cards. So every time you get 5 trail cards laid out, that is 1 set. And once you reach 10, you've made it to Oregon. Now, a couple cards have different things on them. One says draw a calamity card. Another one says roll the die to avoid losing supply cards. There's also fort cards in here. So all the trail cards do different things. Some do nothing, which is a good card. But that's pretty much it for Oregon Trail. We're going to go ahead and play it now. We are officially set up for the game Oregon Trail. I've explained how to play. So we're going to go ahead and play. We're going to do things a little differently. We're going to talk as we play. The game is pretty simple to learn. Basically, you're going to play trail cards to get to Oregon. And we already have these trail cards, divided up already. So we're going to go ahead and play. We asked Joey to come back and play with us again. We had a lot of fun last week playing with him, so we decided. He was so nice, we had to bring him back twice. This time he brought his wife, Julia. She's a little camera shy. That's all right. So we'll go ahead and start. I'm going to take over and
wait.
Whoa.
We didn't introduce our character names. Because you have... yes, because in the game of Oregon Trail, you can definitely choose your own name.
Yeah.
And I think we should just go around and introduce ourselves as who we are in this game.
All right, fair enough.
So, let's see. Joey...
You going to start first? Go first.
Introduce all of us. You should
Sure.
And give the backstory of all the characters.
Oh, I don't know if I could do all that. I mean, we don't have enough time for that. But Joey has decided to be Hank. Julia, through some coercion, has decided to be Mary Todd. I have chosen Clarence. Just came to me. And Mark decided to be...
I'm the second cousin, Brack.
Brack.
So,
basically.
We all know Brack.
There might have been somebody named back then, but yep, that's who we've decided to be. So if we start calling each other by those names, you'll understand why.
Fair enough. All right, so now that we've explained that, I'm going to go first. I'm going to go balls to the wall and do a calamity card.
Draw a calamity.
Bad water. Flush away bad water with 1 clean water card. I think I have water. I do. I already see people grabbing at their cards, even though this is a team game. So I'll avoid this.
We're just taking inventory of what we have, okay?
And I'm done. So before we continue, we're going to talk about some points here. The first one being how how easy or hard is it to learn the game? I'll go ahead and start. It's pretty easy to learn the game.
No argument here.
Yeah, I mean, the instructions are pretty straightforward. You lay down cards to create a trail. If you have a calamity card, you have to play a card, you play it. And that's pretty much it. So it's extremely easy to learn. And it's surprisingly pretty hard, only because there are cards that instantly kill you, like dysentery. So, mixing that in, it's definitely an intriguing game. But you guys have anything to add? I mean,
It's extremely simple, and it's pretty fast-paced too as far as the game goes.
Yeah,
Pretty quick.
yeah. I think the
It's
box
fun.
said, 30 minutes?
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't think it takes 30 minutes to play, but I mean, I guess if it's the first time, but maybe with 5 people, maybe? Because I think you can play up to
Yeah.
6, so 5 or 6.
6 players.
So maybe that'll take it longer. but
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Really fun though.
pretty easy and pretty simple to learn. So it's definitely easy to learn. No learning curve here. It's you pick it up, start playing within 5 minutes. You're good to go. I actually have a card to play. So unfortunately, snake bite. You have been bitten by a rattlesnake. You have died of a snake bite.
Sucks to be you right now.
Dang it, Mark.
This kid attracts snakes.
I mean, dang it, Brock.
Brack has a love
Alright, so
affair with snakes.
There you go.
Oh, thanks for handing me that. I get to
She was
write
like,
out.
I've been waiting to hand you that.
Oh,
She's
yes.
that excited to hand
on
you
the
that.
other
So-
side of that card with our names, you get
Tombstone, which you saw. I'm going to go ahead and fill out my tombstone. I'm not going to go the rhyming route this time.
Alright, give me a calamity card. Should have rolled the dice. You die of a snake bite. I died of a snake bite.
those.
Did I? Oh, my
Oh,
God.
you put it back at the top?
No, it's right here.
Oh, dang.
That's just how it was
I was
shuffled.
like, sweet.
The heavily snake-infested territory.
Yeah.
That's 2 snake bites.
So it's just
Two
me,
snake
Clarence,
bites.
and Mary
Alright,
Todd.
you each get a water.
This is very...
Alright, calamity card.
I
Oh,
think it's great
jeez.
that I died of a snake bite again.
You have died of dysentery.
Beautiful. Looks like it's the same as last time.
Now that only leaves poor Mary Todd all alone to finish this lonely trail to Oregon.
Ah, beautiful.
She got a ton of supplies, so
Yeah, hey, look, the trail's not looking too bad. You got a lot of supplies.
she's almost halfway there.
So Mary Todd
Halfway there.
Mary Todd is officially the sole survivor of our party. Me and Hank have died of snake bites. And old Clarence here got bit by the bug of dysentery.
And I made sure everybody knows it on my headstone. Yep, dysentery.
So that leaves Mary Todd once again. Now, I figured since this is the halfway point, she's got a long trail ahead of her. Figured let's talk about the replayability of the game. I think it's pretty safe to say that this is a game that you can easily just play at any point, at any time.
Yeah.
And it's something
Yeah.
you play quite often. The fact that it's Oregon Trail and it's a nostalgic game helps. But it's really easy to set up. I mean, you just divvy out some trail cards, some supply cards, and you start playing. So it's really easy to set up. So
I would say even a good point is it's a great travel game. You know,
yeah.
something you have a day in the hotel, or maybe you need some time off, maybe even waiting in an airport terminal.
Right.
It's probably a great game to have just while you have downtime.
Right. So yeah, this game you can break out anytime, anywhere, at any point, because you'll start playing quick and get through it pretty quickly.
Yeah, and I don't think we mentioned it with the learning curve, but since it's a team game, it's much easier to learn because you can ask questions a little bit easier than if
Yeah.
everybody was like your competitor. It's a little
Yeah.
tougher to ask questions in the middle of the game. This you can just jump into, and it's
Right.
simple to catch on and play.
So by all means, continue your solo trail to Oregon, Mary Todd,
And now we
She-
catch up with Mary Todd halfway on the way to Oregon.
with 3 corpses.
Who brought Morgan Freeman with us on this trip?
Nice. Oh my gosh.
Can't win.
How does that happen? 2 snake bites, 2 cards for dysentery.
It was a doomed mission.
So,
Let's start.
So we got halfway to Oregon, and we are.
It doesn't matter how much supplies you have. Dysentery doesn't care how much you have.
Snake bites.
Ain't no cure for dysentery.
Oh, there. Dysentery does not discriminate. Write that down.
So unfortunately,
Is that going to be on your headstone, Mary Todd?
So unfortunately, we didn't survive our trek to Oregon. We didn't have the will to get there. We didn't really want to get there.
We had the will.
There's no way, especially when it's full of snake bites and dysentery.
Four people playing, four headstones
dead.
filled.
So
Not a good sign.
with that being the case, we'll go ahead and finish up the video. The game itself is great for anyone. All ages can play. Besides having a card being drawn that tells you you're automatically dead. I mean, it's really.
There's nothing more to it.
I don't
than
even
that.
know what to say to that.
The beer was good though.
Oh, it was quite fantastic.
Beer was
Whitmer Brothers Hefeweizen, good, nice aroma, nice crisp, clean taste.
Yes,
I mean,
it's very smooth, very smooth.
yeah, easy to drink, and a nice change from your average fare for most beer.
I'm kind of like, I don't even know what to do right now.
I mean, dysentery will do that hand snake bite.
Dysentery
So.
ruined the night. I feel like you jinxed us by bringing it up at the beginning.
It says it on the box,
All right,
man.
you're right. Fair enough. Well, with that being said, I mean that's pretty much it. We didn't survive, but we're gonna go ahead and play again. I guess that's it. That's another episode of Boards and Groups. It didn't go as we planned. But thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and we will see you next week.